Yeah, see, that's
You cannot absorb it through your skin like a plant. You're not built that way.
I don't think Yuan was like saying that you can like trade one for the other. Like you can trade just spiritual energy for food. I just think he was saying that you can use it like food.
so what I find interesting is I know I'm like, don't get me wrong, I'm not a stupid man. I know for a fact that you will die if you do not eat and drink. I'm fucking not stupid. What I find interesting is you can set you that sixth sense that you have on things that happen is you understanding this tithe of energy that happens around you on a subconscious level. So what I always wonder, what I wonder is, I wonder if it's capable for humans to get more interaction with it, to understand the flow of energy around them on a much more in-depth emotional way.
Um, I'm gonna take it back to the whole Sadhguru argument. You know, you said he sat there and he sat for 13 days, was it?
Yeah, he said he sat for
Uh,
13 days.
13 days, right? How do you
He
not
was
shit?
high
How
of
do you not
water.
shit or piss for 13 days?
He says he didn't.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah.
like, so
Like,
that's
water to
Okay.
me, like the thing is, like I would believe it if he said like he was drinking water for those days or something, at least. But just you can't go that long without water. Like it's not actually possible. Food, easy peasy. 13 days, I've done that. Water, nah.
nah, dude. Water's quite ridiculous. So yeah, so that's just my thing of, I wonder if it is if humans are capable of with this, with thought that we do not understand, and as far as we can figure it out, being the an external influence influencing the thought to start, even uh if that's true, your imagination is kind of weird. Nobody can explain your imagination yet. That's kind of but like thoughts about the outside world, if it's triggered externally, could it be possible to enhance this intuition feeling?
Ja,
Oh,
bro.
dude.
Men nu voor mij ligt niet eens, Jan. Ik weet.
So fucking. Why do I feel like I have to defend myself? I don't have to defend shit. I'm innocent. I'm
I know.
innocent.
I know you did it, bro.
Wow,
I
dude,
know.
you know
I
what we
know.
call this? There's a very elegant word for this. This is gaslighting.
Fucking gaslighting me, dude.
Yo, the way you gaslit that field, bro.
Lit it with gas.
Oh, that's
Oh, yes.
funny.
Fortunately, like we only lost like 70% of our farm, so like, the rest
Only 70%, bro. I'm so happy.
as like
so
a light
glad.
estimate, probably, dude. Yeah, fortunately,
Jesus
like
Christ.
everything didn't burn down.
Oh god, dude. Why is everything such a drawback? No matter what choice you make in life, bro. Like, I want to go farming. Okay, sick. You have to deal with this, and this, and this, and like felt fires on top of that. Enjoy. Like, you can't fucking make a decision and things work out, can you? Everything's got to be fucking fighting against you all the fucking time. Jesus, there's just no break, no matter what you choose.
I don't think it's something that's fighting back at you. I think it's just hard carving through
No,
the universe,
you
dude.
know what? I thought about it the other day, and I thought, like, thank God I wasn't born with a giant dick, because I would have been a porn star, bro. And then I thought about it
Dude.
again.
Huh?
And I thought about it again. And I'm like, yeah, but if I was a
Fucking-
porn star, and I really put myself in that situation, right? And I started imagining all the different scenarios and shit like that. And
I'm
like,
imagining a scenario that your inbox is filling up right now because you're getting hit up. Because
No,
people
no,
are
no,
still,
dude.
you want to be a porn star? Oh wait, dude, you don't need big dick.
No, dude, not only that, dude, but I'm thinking to myself, like, all of the scenarios that you have to deal with, bro. All of the drama and the shit that's happening in the pornography studios, dude. Like, all of the other shit. You're busy competing with other porn stars and shit like that, dude. And
It's
you're
like
trying to
being a
get
model. It's hard.
dude, it's
a whole
hard.
it's a whole new environment that you basically find yourself in.
Bruh, and I thought to myself, like, everybody thinks it's so easy to just become a porn star if you have a giant dick or if you look really pretty as a girl. And I'm like, no, it's not. It's really not. In fact, it's really fucking shitty, and you're taking so many other fucking repercussions for it. Dude, if you're a famous ass porn star, you walk down the streets, everyone's gonna that's been fapping to you is gonna be like, hey, wait a minute, hold on, you,
Wow.
you just want to have a fucking coffee at Starbucks, bro. You got like 50 people coming up to you, it's like, can I please sleep with you, please, like pretty please. I've been dreaming about this for ages. Please, I will do anything. I'll pay you $100 million bucks.
Dude, not everything is as like fairy and wonderful as people
They
think. it is.
barely. In fact, I don't think anything is.
No, nothing. Like very few things are, or I actually don't think anything is wholly just great. That would be stupid. It's the non-duality thing. How nothing can just be great. You could perceive negative things as good, but there's still be a little bit negative. Otherwise, you're not gonna have an up and down. How do you appreciate the good things if the bad things don't come? So like, yeah, it absolutely fucking sucks.
I've also thought about it this way, right? It's like you get to bone the super hot chick, right? And it's all fucking awesome and everything's happening. But meanwhile, there's a bloody camera crew with a dude standing behind a camera, right? That's busy recording all of this. Like, how the hell do you enjoy yourself, dude?
You're doing a job, dude.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
job, but sex isn't
Like,
like it's not gonna be
Putting
that
Yeah,
grease on a joint.
Busy,
That's like what
busy
you're
have
doing.
to be performing and shit and acting a certain way and saying certain lines and shit like that, dude. It's not real, bro. It sucks. It sucks.
Did you have like a super bad day this morning? And just decided, fuck work, I want to be a porn star. And this is how your morning went.
Yeah. This coding shit, like, nah.
Nah,
No, I really,
Lip-sync dick,
really-
I can do that.
No, I really did think about it, bro, because I'm not a fucking bad-looking person. And then I was like, yeah, what if I want to become a model, bro? Same shit. Same
Sure.
fucking scenario. You're busy fucking getting assaulted by camera crews and shit like that,
Dude,
dude.
you'll-
Not only that, but people telling you how to walk.
You
Down a
will
fucking
never,
aisle.
ever be good enough. Ever. Ever. That is the crux of models. You will never be
And
good enough.
every day you get older, you literally get less good enough.
Yeah.
And you get replaced,
well.
bro. Easy peasy. Someone comes in tomorrow that's 100 times hotter than you.
Yeah, you're
Gone,
done.
bro.
No,
Out.
dude. Those I feel bad for models, not because of the job they're doing, but just like the fact of what they have to deal with and the standards that they have to live at. It's quite ridiculous. It's like sport.
You gotta
beauty.
diet and shit. You gotta work out every damn day.
No, your entire business becomes your body, dude.
That's all that people see about you, dude. They don't see no personality. It's all about your features, bro.
I think you start seeing yourself that way, man. I think it.
You do.
I think it becomes an issue because you
There-
kind of
there is-
neglect it.
There's a fucking drawback in everything, guys. I can promise you I have explored all scenarios to make my life easier, and I can honestly say all of it is fucked. All of it. You just you just gotta pick your poison, bro.
So, like, Christian, I'm like just trying to kick against you because you're being abrasive of it being like, all of it's fucked. Like, I don't know, that's just who you are. I believe, yes, in a way you can like say that, but even in saying that, I believe that there is still love in all of it, you know?
Yeah,
Like, there is still
obviously, in all of it, in everything, even as a porn star, obviously there is.
literally, dude.
But what I'm
Like,
saying
there's-
is, you still gotta pick your poison, bro. You still gotta be content with the shit that you're gonna face.
that is true.
Yeah.
We can both agree on that. at least.
That's the chaos that is the universe. That's why I said I don't think it's inherently something that tries to stop you from getting there. It's really hard to take what you have in your imagination and produce it into the world. The world's really chaotic. Nothing is solid. Nothing is really ever.
Dude,
set in
there's no
stone.
such thing as absolute paradise on this earth. That's for the afterlife, bro. Like seriously, you're supposed to be facing trials and tribulations because that's what life is. That's what surviving is.
Yeah, because actually, I think genuinely having no issues would be a god.
No, generally having no issues is a curse. It's a curse, my
You
dude,
think
because
boredom-
you cannot relate to anyone that way.
That's true. Hmm. That's interesting.
People relate the most on the hardships of life, not the good times. they relate the most and they connect the most out of the suffering that they experience. And that's a surprising thing.
I don't know. I think that's a choice. Like,
Johan, you cannot tell me two billionaires are having as much of a connection and a deep, meaningful relationship when they're busy laughing at each other and having a good joke about the yachts that they have and shit like that, compared to the women that have been raped and they're discussing that story.
You think there
Yeah.
is, but like, so now I'm curious. Do you think the reason there's a disconnect is because the one has to be bought of a currency and the one is something that happened because of something that's external to you?
No, I think there's a disconnect because it's a dick measuring contest in the happiness level.
Yeah, maybe that's true as well.
So
Because in the suffering, you're not dick measuring. You're not. You're trying to express what you experienced on a truthful and honest level. Instead of trying to bloat it up like, yeah, dude, my yacht is so sick with 2 fucking engines and a sick ass crew, and it's like, oh, dude, yeah, my yacht is also sick. It's got a bunch of hot chicks on it
fair,
and all of
fair.
that.
But what if we're sitting down and talk about Mozam, like we did just now in the Discord?
Okay, you cannot lie to me that we didn't go through some suffering in Mozambique.
We went through some suffering, absolutely, but it's overall a joyous. Okay,
because
so fair,
because of that, because we related through some of the suffering, but it's funny to us now.
fair. That's
It's
actually
funny
a
to
good
us
point.
now.
It was a suffering idea, but it's actually a joyful suffering. Like it was in a way it taught so much and it brought so many us so all together.
Because
That
it put into perspective, Johan, that
it wa-
the suffering that we were going through was actually paradise. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There is a point that you reach, the perspective you see out there. Can I tell you guys a story that I heard from one of the ladies that I've been hanging out with recently,
Mm-hmm.
that has been exposed to so much death and so much suicide and so much horror and so much terror? She recently told me of a story where one of her friends, right? This man
Yeah.
fucking was reversing his bucky one day to go to the shops. And he ran over his kid, bro,
Oh,
on the kid's birthday, and he killed him.
oh.
Like, do you see that story and how it puts into perspective our suffering, bro? It makes our suffering laughable. It makes it funny. Makes it like what we considered suffering at that time is absolutely ridiculous.
So talking in its nature then is the wanting of sharing of experiences. It's me wanting to share something with you because I want to either give it to you or you want to take something from me. And I actually think that's very cool because in the sense of relating to in the sense of relating to each other, you are each basically giving a part of your soul to somebody else because you're taking what you have experienced in your life and giving it to them and they are giving it back. And I don't know if it's that necessity to grief, but the strong emotion that we have coupled to grief. Because like an example would be what if you know the story that I have for my tattoo, Chris?
Yes.
Were you gone? Did you not hear any of what I just said?
No, I heard.
Okay.
I heard.
You know, like the tattoo that I have, me sharing the experience of why I got this tattoo and Adam falling off the hammock. Me with that relation dude, like, do you remember? Like, immediately so I think this where I agree with you is that in the grief conversation is the act of you telling me a thing and me taking that part of your experience onto me to help you, and on the other side me giving joy by explaining something is, again, it's a give and take relationship. It always needs to be. And so I think it depends on the context of how you're doing it. In the dick measuring contest between them, nothing's being exchanged between the parties. You're sitting there and you're like, "Yay, look at me partying on my huge yacht," and he's going, "Yay, look at me partying on my huge yacht." You're not sharing of experiences. You're not sharing experiences that you've had with this person. You're measuring physical objects to each other. But the woman sitting down and genuinely talking, the one is giving her soul, explaining, giving that grief, that emotion over to this other person that can now take it and actually take that portion of the pain away for her.
It's not even about taking that portion of the pain away from her. It's making it obvious that she isn't carrying that weight on her own.
I think that's a better way of saying what I wanted to
That
say.
that other people are also carrying it. That you're not alone in that. Sometimes that's the funniest thing about pain. Sometimes we think that we are alone in carrying this amount of weight. You know, we think we are isolated and the only ones that are suffering in such a way. It makes it easier to know that you're not being picked on by life.
Mm.
You know, you're not chosen to be cursed. You're not the only one that fate has decided to poop on. You know, that you're not special in the sense of, and I say special. Another way can be said is that can be said is you're not particularly chosen to be the punching bag of life.
Yeah.
Other people are getting punched just as much as you,
dude,
if not more.
All living things. That's the best one. It's not even humans, dude. Dude, the animal kingdom sucks.
Bruh,
Being an animal sucks.
Do you remember?
Dick.
Do you remember watching the David Attenborough documentary about the dragonflies?
Oh, the dragonfly that goes to lay her eggs, and then a spider eats her entire thorax, man.
And then she gets raped by another dragonfly as she's dying,
as
bro.
she's dying, bro.
Dude,
No,
that
like,
really like put things into perspective a little more.
No,
Like,
dude.
I was like, wow.
The being alive in this universe is fucking hard. Things always change continuously. Things need energy and they want it from wherever they can. And that causes a lot of issues. Man, the animal kingdom sucks. Like I was thinking about the
There's this great scene in Tarzan. You guys have watched Tarzan, right?
Yeah.
The original animated movie.
Yeah.
Disney
What is this
animated.
Tarzan you talk about?
Yeah, what is Tarzan, bro? Sorry, I'm bringing up like 1900s
Dude,
ancient.
like for me, I just like start hearing all of the Phil Collins tracks play in my head when I hear the word Tarzan, man.
Dude. What a
I love that animation. I love it so damn much. And there's that scene, you know, where Jane is between the two trees, and then she's in her fancy ass dress, and it's all ripped up from all the baboons that have been tossing her around, and she's now stuck, like with her legs out behind her and her arms out in front of her, and she's stuck in that plank position between the two trees. And she's like, it cannot get worse than this. And then it starts raining, bro.
Yeah.
And then she's like, apparently it can. and it can, dude. And it always can get worse.
Yeah,
and that's what, you know, when Adam fell off that hammock, bro, and his feet were up in the air and his head like smack bang onto the ground, dude, and he just stuck there in that position, and we could both like see just how much he was like, this is the worst shit ever. And we could see that shit, and we started bursting out laughing because it's not that bad. It's not that fucking bad. But he was experiencing that as like the worst shit that could possibly happen to him right now. You know, and that makes it funny.
Damn, dude, that's actually really, really intriguing. Oh, dude, there's so many incredible experiences that humans get to have, and all animals, but I think humans, with our capacity to think, just can experience so much more. Like, I'm sure I like that moment. One day when we have Neuralink, I will share that moment with everybody.
Johan,
Like,
you know what I'm grateful for is seeing your reaction to
dude,
finally realizing what happened. I'd never seen you laugh so damn hard, dude. Like the genuine happiness that took over you, like in that moment. You
dude,
literally like turned away because you were too damn fucking laughing your ass off. You
the
were like, no.
the emotional roller coaster that went through me in that moment was just so unique. Like you can't express it. There's no words. Like you, dude. I need to tell you that fucking thing you posted. About I'll send it so that Estian can see it as well because I don't think he's on the server. But the one you sent about the putting the world into words and removing the magic. Oh
Yeah.
man. What
How
a
powerful was that,
fuck,
dude?
dude. Look at this, Estian. Um, like,
If we can, we should read it out loud, bro. So
that's,
that our streamers can have an I mean our listeners and our viewers can have an
yeah.
idea. So
Should I read it
I'm
out
gonna
loud? Or do you wanna?
I'll read it out loud now. It's just
Quick.
loading. Okay. Culture replaces authentic feelings with words. As an example of this, imagine an infant lying in its cradle, and the window is open, and into the room comes something marvelous, mysterious, glittering, shedding light of many colors, movement, sound, a transformative hierophany of integrated perceptions, and the child is enthralled. And then the mother comes into the room and she says to the child, "That's a bird, baby, that's a bird." Instantly, the complex wave of the angel peacock iridescent transformative mystery is collapsed into the word. All mystery is gone. The child learns this is a bird. This is a bird. By the time we're 5 or 6 years old, all the mystery of reality has been carefully tiled over with words. This is a bird. This is a house. This is the sky. And we seal ourselves within a linguistic shell of disempowered perception.
That dude.
Man,
Like,
that's on fire, dude.
yeah, when I saw that for the first time, it was so powerful, man. It smacked so hard. Like, the idea of completely condensing the world down into words is such a powerful one. You can see it
Like
happening
I
everywhere.
really like the tiling as well because I always thought of it as more of a like a bucket that you're like basically trying to condense this experience into with this little word that you use.
Yeah.
And like the thing as well, like it's already been proven that we have this egoic understanding that if we name something, we know it. You know, like you
Like
say
they
as you
say,
say
like
this bird, and then you're like, oh, I know what a bird is, but like as you said, that all of that mystery, all of that nuance to what this specific bird may be, is where the real beauty lies. But as soon as you word it, as soon as you name it, you tell yourself, oh, I know what that is, and then your brain is like, okay, done thinking.
Dude,
it's like you know how we name black holes. We're like, yeah, it's a black hole, and I'm like,
no.
do you know a black hole actually is? Like,
A point
do
in
you
space that weighs.
can you fathom the complexity and the absolute mind blowing reality that is a black hole?
Dude.
Dude, having your mass evenly distributed over the entire surface being pulled into it, dude. Like what the hell is that even?
Dude, or its gravity being so bad
Or that
that
it
in
or that
a
it stretches time.
yeah, dude, and
Can you fathom something that actually fucks with time, dude? Like
yeah,
it is
dude, like
profound.
it's
It
so
is
weird.
profound.
The way, and I'm pretty sure that Interstellar was right in this. You wouldn't even experience it any differently. Just the flow of time would be slower here because of everything moving so much fucking slower near the pull of the black hole. Like it is fucking insane. Or the fact that if you were to stay in the middle on the inside of a rotating sorry, of a spinning black hole, which is the like it turns into like this small if you've ever blown a bubble under the water, the ring bubbles, it looks kind of like that, but like infinitely small. And then that if you were to be on the inside of that and you look out, you'd see the back of your head, the side, the both sides and the front you are viewing, all in the same view because of how the photons would get distributed everywhere that you wouldn't be able to actually make out what the fuck is happening around you. You'd see your entire body from the front.
Yep. Imagine like, and then as you're falling into it as well, you could see like duplications of yourself, like multiples of those.
And we name that black hole, and that's it.
That's a black hole, dude, in space.
And then, and dude, like people, like again, and that in the egoic way, like if you talk about black holes and you're like, you mention a black hole, and people are like, oh yeah, I know what that is. No, the fuck you don't.
No, you don't, dude.
We don't.
The
whole of humanity
exactly.
doesn't.
None of us do, dude. Like, how can you say that you know what that is just because you know the word for it?
Yeah, it's the thing that kind of happens is I actually it's weird. I have noticed.
Oh yeah, I know what dark matter is. I know what dark energy is.
Dude, you know that picture you sent Esteban the one time where it's the guy with his head being blown open at the top and then it goes out into like ego death and all of the different stages of yeah, so I kind of feel like that's how just all knowledge works. Knowledge becomes really simplified if you know nothing. Like when you call a black hole, yeah, I know what a black hole is. It's because you have never opened or explored a bit further. And then the moment you open a hatch, whatever the fuck you want to imagine it as, and you look at the information we have on a black hole, and you see how infinitely complex a black hole is, it's at that moment where that ego death of I know what a black hole is dies. It's in that instant of experiencing infinity that you cannot have that ego anymore. And you can see it in all fields now. I notice it in myself over and over and over like a dumbass. Because for some reason you keep thinking...
But you can't help it, Johan.
Yeah,
you're a human being. You're a human being, Johan.
But
you have to be in a set scale. You know, in a set boundary, man. You can't keep thinking out into the ultimate infinity. You can't, man. You're mortal. Stop.
No, but it's fun. Like the thing is, what I mean by that is mainly that when you also do need to dumb things down. Funnily enough, science is the act of dumbing things down into understandable buckets or tiling floors so that our puny little brains can wrap our head into metrics is a good way, so that our mortal brain can understand infinity. That is literally what maths tries to do. And
even the concept of infinity, right? We've given it that symbol that sideways turned 8.
Yeah,
right.
That just keeps.
And we're like, oh, that's infinity, and
Yeah.
I'm like, can you even properly fathom infinity? None of us can.
No.
None of us can.
I feel like the entire act, the act of what life has been trying to do for so long, is grasp at it. The more conscious we become, the more we have the search for understanding of infinity. It's like the push for mathematical perfection in a mathematical theorem that works. We can't do it. It'll never be done. There is no way to create a language that can perfectly analyze this world and this universe. And maths is the closest thing we've gotten to, and even maths is completely flawed. So
I wouldn't say it's completely flawed. It's the closest, and maths is the language of physics and
yes, but
measuring reality.
all maths and physics is still based on statistics. Like it's not we don't
statistics is based off of math, bro.
Yeah, okay, but we can never ever be sure of any knowledge that we okay. That's kind of weird because science does actually do both a posteriori and a priori knowledge. So yeah, okay, never mind. Ignore what I just said. Science can do both. Science can prove it totally that it is a fact like gravity.
Science is the closest thing we have gotten to explaining what is happening around us. I'm sorry, for the religious people out there, it's the truth. It is the truth. It's the closest we have gotten to explaining what is happening and how we are perceiving it and how we can interpret it. Not religion. I'm so sorry for the religious people out there. I don't mean to squander or offend anyone, but it's based on the scientific method. We take things and we prove things through testing them and showing results.
Yeah.
Real results.
Yeah.
Quantifiable, measurable proof-driven results.
Yeah. I think what science has done is, as science teaches us more about what reality is, we're gaining a better understanding of how we can use whatever we have around us to benefit our lives. So, yes, you can have science is the best way of explaining the world, and yet science is also the best factor for improving spirituality and belief
It is. They
systems.
go hand
They
in
go
hand.
like hand in hand. Like I actually would love to I'm gonna show you guys a video.
They,
You
they
don't
are
need to
they
watch
are
it
not
now.
they are not mutually exclusive. Some people tend to say that science kills spirituality, when in fact I think it enhances it.
It absolutely
It
enhances it.
encourages spirituality.
So this guy, I'm just gonna tell you the story. So this is Sadhguru. Um,
Sadhguru. Sadhguru.
Sadhguru. I'm sorry, I don't know exactly how to, but yeah, him. I watched this talk about how he's doing this at a medical university in India, and they ask him this question about if how it's possible to doing states of meditation like supernaturally enhance what your body can do, and he starts talking about how he um how when you get very deep into meditation, your heart rate slows down so much and your metabolism actually starts decreasing as you start losing more senses of your body, and your body can do more things, but I'm just he starts out like that, and then he explains how he one day sat down to do a meditation session. He thought it was gonna be like 13 or 30 to an hour time, and he got up 13 days later without having eaten, drunken, or done anything. I don't know how true that is, but I always feel very hard pressed that these people would lie like squarely
They
on.
do.
I know they
They do.
do.
But you know what I appreciate about Sadhguru is he tries, to be honest.
He like
Um,
that's why
I feel like he does lie in certain moments to, you know, spread his message and stuff like that, but I think he does it for a reason.
like
Because he wants to do good and he wants to spread good, and sometimes a white lie may be necessary in such scenarios.
yeah. So
Um,
I don't
but
think he.
I think he might have exaggerated. Probably he probably spent a day,
Yeah.
maybe two
So
maximum.
so what happened was is the previous storytellers before this. One of the high-ranking officials in India went to his yoga studio and sat down at 7 for a 15-minute period and got up at 3 in the afternoon, not having realized how long she sat there. So I completely think that 1 or 2 days might be really possible if you're like super fucking in deep in thought with meditation, slowing
It's
metabolism down.
it's dreaming while you're awake.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
So the interesting thing that he brought up talking about this is, like I said, I don't believe all the stuff he says. It's pretty interesting to listen to his ideas though. But so he talks about the idea that it's possible to siphon energy off of the universe through your body in the same way that you eat or drink, but mentally. Now
Mm-hmm.
So I believe that, but I don't believe in the word siphon off. I believe you're already in that like goop of energy always. You just have to pull from it.
so see that's why, so this is where my where this
Yeah,
contradiction happens for me.
Have you watched Kung Fu Panda, bro? It is
Ben.
it is said that the dragon warrior can survive for months on end off of nothing but the dew of a single ginkgo leaf. Yeah. Okay. You know what? I'll believe it when I sit there and I record and I watch this happen.
The thing is, so
I will. Why doesn't he do it more often? Why is this not recorded properly?
my thing is, what I find very interesting about this is science has completely proven that that everything around us is, there's so much energy in the world, like a absurd amount of energy everywhere.
Absolutely. Absolutely. 100%. There is an incredible amount of constant, overwhelming energy going on around us. But the way we were built, there is a certain method that has to be followed for us to consume that energy to continue living. It's called eating. It's called drinking water.
Yeah, see, that's
You cannot absorb it through your skin like a plant. You're not built that way.
I don't think Yuan was like saying that you can like trade one for the other. Like you can trade just spiritual energy for food. I just think he was saying that you can use it like food.
So what I find interesting is I know I'm like, don't get me wrong, I'm not a stupid man. I know for a fact that you will die if you do not eat and drink. I'm fucking not stupid. What I find interesting is you can set you that sixth sense that you have on things that happen is you understanding this tithe of energy that happens around you on a subconscious level. So what I always wonder, what I wonder is I wonder if it's capable for humans to get more interaction with it, to understand the flow of energy around them on a much more in-depth emotional way.
Um, I'm gonna take it back to the whole Sadhguru argument. You know, you said he sat there and he sat for 13 days, was it?
Yeah, he said he sat for
Uh,
13 days.
13 days, right? How do you
He
not
was
shit?
tired
How do you
of
not
water.
shit or piss for 13 days?
He says he didn't.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah.
like, so
Like,
that's
water to
Okay.
me, like the thing is, like I would believe it if he said like he was drinking water for those days or something, at least. But just you can't go that long without water. Like it's not actually possible. Food, easy peasy. 13 days, I've done that. Water, nah.
Nah, dude, water's quite ridiculous. So yeah, so my that's just my thing of I wonder if it is if humans are capable of with this with thought that we do not understand, and as far as we can figure it out, being the an external influence influencing the thought to start, even uh if that's true, your imagination is kind of weird. Nobody can explain your imagination yet. That's kind of but like thoughts about the outside world. If it's triggered externally, could it be possible to enhance this intuition feeling? I wonder. It's just like a weird thought I've had about how
You
energy
know,
works.
now that you mentioned that, right, and we consider imagination to be infinite, right?
Mm,
I'm putting into perspective the complete power of the human brain and how incredibly vast it is, right? And it's putting so many different variables together,
yeah.
which makes it seem like we can imagine infinitely. But I don't think we can. I don't think we can.
I think
I think it seems like infinite to us. It seems like infinite. But that is just our own capacity to judge infinity. And that's not what real infinity is like.
So what I think about that again, it's like the analogy of if the all is mind, so and we find ourselves in that mind, our imagination would be a tapping into that mind, and that mind is infinite, but ours aren't.
Yes, I agree.
yeah, because
We tap into, and we're very barely tapping into it.
yeah, that's
I guess that's a scale on its own as well.
I think that's what
In
consciousness is.
comparatively to animals, we are tapping in an infinite amount more than they are.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And then we'll find an alien race that sees us as animals, and they have found a level of consciousness that is far beyond our own, and that's the beauty of infinity, bro. Is that it's a constant.
Yeah.
It's a constant, never-ending journey. Wherever you think that you have now reached all of infinity, you haven't, bro.
Yeah.
You haven't even gotten a tiny ass minuscule to the millionth degree fraction of it. It's infinite, bro. It goes,
Yeah,
and it goes,
we can
and it goes.
the thing is, what we can do is we can imagine things, but scale sometimes becomes hard to grasp, because what I mean by that is when you sit and you imagine a planet in front of you, you're pulling that stuff from real life, from pictures you've seen of the moon, you've seen the moon, and pictures you've seen from the earth, and then you're taking what you know about those to imagine other planets. You can throw new colors on there, you can throw anything else you want on there that you've seen.
You're
or
copycatting.
experience. Yeah, you're copycatting through what actual
copycat.
reality is. You can create new ideas in reality by combining reality in certain ways. That's engineering. But and that would be a new thing because the universe has never done it or thought about it in that way.
Here's my argument for when someone thinks they can fathom reality. I say onto them, can you really fathom how long a black hole exists?
Dude, my big one. Can you imagine our sun? Can you imagine how big
That's
the thing
even
is?
that's even less than a black hole, right? Let's try to imagine how long our sun exists.
Bro, our sun is what if I remember correctly, our sun does it's 60 no 60 what is it? It's 60 billion years, I think.
So our sun is going to be like losing enough mass to become a red giant in the next 1 billion to 2 billion years, though, as well.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's
but you
gonna
know how much
start
a
its red
billion-
giant phase.
Do you know how much 1 billion years is?
Just
bro?
a casual bill of a years, you know. Just
Like
I know these numbers. It makes complete
makes
sense to my
complete
small
sense.
human soft brain. Yes.
Dude, it's like the other one. You know that the biggest star that we have observed so far is so big that if you were to
It wasn't
plop it,
Beetlejuice, was
no,
it?
no, it was not. It is way bigger than Beetlejuice.
Alpha Centauri.
I think it's Alpha Centauri. I don't remember
Alpha
exactly.
Centauri.
But it is so big that if you were to plop it where the sun is, it would fill Saturn's orbit.
Yeah.
Bro,
Yes, sir.
that is not... You cannot imagine it. I refuse to believe anybody can grasp how big that is. You can grasp it in, like, by viewing the entire solar system from a top-down view. Yeah, sure, you can
That's
see...
how I'm like picturing into my brain
Yeah,
as well,
oh,
actually.
Obviously, easily. Cool, that's just some 3 lines you've drawn in your head and plopped a circular object there. That's not hard. But to fathom, if you take it from, instead of viewing from the outside, imagine trying to picture something in front of your eyes that is that big. That when you were to put it where the sun is, we would be inside it. We wouldn't even be halfway as big or into as big as this fucking thing is. It
And
we are
can
so,
we just,
and
like,
we are,
get
and we are
human
so.
beings- I think me and Pascal wants to say the same thing, but like we as human beings have some capacity to fathom how much we don't fathom, and I think it's in that we gain a lot of power as well.
I think so too. I know that in the Bible it's the curse that humanity
It's so-
received.
That's what wisdom is, bro. Not intelligence. Wisdom comes in. Intelligence is knowing the things you know and being able to
Recall and use.
construct reason based on that. Wisdom is knowing how much you do not know.
Yeah. And
Wisdom is actually fathoming how much you do not know. Not how much you know. It's how much you really, really cannot grasp.
Dude. What a crazy, crazy, crazy place, man.
This is a fucking weird reality, guys.
And then on top of that, do you know what's even more weird to me, man? What is so mind-bogglingly insane is that you can exist outside of your body. What I mean by that is if you've ever played a really good game or read a really good book, you literally forget that you are a human. You become so engrossed in this thing that you are playing or reading that you literally transcend your body and enter that thing's existence. Like a game, you get so deep into a game that you become intrinsically understood inside the game. Like you don't need the game to tell you what's medicine, what's not. You know what it is. You've lived there. You've spent hours of your life in this fictional world, and yet it's felt like real life. And that is
Dude.
incredible.
Like, let's talk about the fact that we can literally stare at scribbled on slices of tree and hallucinate vividly.
Yeah,
dude.
books, bro. Books.
Books.
What the
Dude.
fuck, man?
Language. Oh, guys, can I please read something to you guys?
Yeah, sure.
Of course you can, dude.
Okay, this is something that is that was a challenge given to me by one of my friends. He said, write write a piece about language. What do you think language is, right? What is the concept of language?
Okay.
And this is what the first thing that I could come up with. Language. I am God, for I give all meaning. My body, an ever-changing expanse of newborn ideas and dead mysteries. You cannot see me, but you believe, because I'm the one chaining your thoughts. I'm the one whispering behind your eyes. I craft the means for the death of your loneliness. I pave your memories with my veins of sentences. I give your existence a name and forge your stories for the future. I let you perceive the universe and give purpose to your dreams. My eyes are blind, my ears are deaf, yet with the overwhelming significance of a thought, I twist and turn reality into shapes the living may consume, and even when all is dead and gone, I will walk through the cosmos eternal.
I wish I had that capability, Chris.
Dude, like
That's
I want to
like,
say
it's-
something about it as well. Like I'm thinking now the fact, and this might be just my fascination with like human biology. Did you friends know that we both, us primates and humans, both have the same centers in our brain that light up when we try to communicate something to each other? But something very specific had to happen for us to develop the current communication skills that we have. So there's like literally faculties in our brain completely dedicated just towards communication. And something vastly had to change for us to be where we are right now. And like you can argue the next step,
Language
step
found
of
us,
that,
bro.
yeah, exactly, dude. Like, but the next step of that language will be to connect those centers of the brain just directly to each other. So there's no mediation, you know. Like, what is that language going to be like? Is it going to be something that you can write down? Like, think about that.
I don't
If
think
you
so.
could communicate, I don't think so either,
It's gonna
dude.
be
Like, I
abstract.
really
It's
don't.
gonna be very weird. You're gonna pass feelings and thoughts. Yeah, you're still gonna talk. Cause I have noticed this in myself. It is a lot easier to arrange ideas in words. Like if you want to imagine something and you close your eyes and you start describing it, you'll see it. And it's a lot harder to do it while dead silent. It's possible, but it's a lot harder. So I wonder if like the capability of creating a mental image and passing it to you, I think it's not gonna be something you can draw or that. It's gonna be these abstract especially emotions. Emotions are absolutely gonna be this abstract feeling that can never be quantified.
So, what I think as well, though, you know, even though that's being said, I do believe that we'll be able to save some of the information we share with each other just by basically recording the places where the cells are firing.
Yeah,
So by
the neural pattern.
by refiring those neural pathways, you'll basically encourage the person maybe to feel the thing, but maybe not have it in the perfect way that it was.
Do you know what would be very interesting? I wonder if it wouldn't be related to how his brain would interpret it. Because
Yeah,
what
he
yeah?
might actually be able to get new information out of it from. Whoa.
Whoa, Chris.
Sorry.
Sounded like you just went back to like 1970s
Yeah.
audio for a second.
I did, bro.
Yeah, I'm back now. Had to go and fuck some shit up in the 70s.
Sorry, guys.
You'll thank me for it later, don't worry.
Wow.
All of this tech we have right now,
That's
yeah, it's actually
fascinating.
me. I just went back to, you know, the 70s.
You're welcome.
and Gave them some smartphones. Thank you, Christia. We appreciate your sacrifice, dude.
What were you
Legitimately,
saying?
friends, if we were able to like time travel though, if we could right now, like teleport ourselves back in time, we probably just teleport ourselves somewhere into the void of space.
Yeah.
Because calculating where
Yeah,
we
you're
were
right,
superpositionally somewhere in the universe, and I said that dude, it's
Dude,
gonna be
fuck
such a
that.
mess, man.
Fuck that.
Like, and you make like literally like an integer of like like
Nah,
the
dude.
100th integer mistake, dude. You teleport yourself into the Earth's crust or something.
Nah, dude, 100. Nah, you teleport yourself to
A million.
Mars.
bro.
Dude.
Millions.
Fucking land on Mars. No, land on Venus. Instantly fucking die. Did you guys see the Kyrgyzstan video on Venus?
The new one where they're like terraforming,
Yes.
terraforming the
Did you want Chris? Chris, it's a video Kyrgyzstan did on how we would terraform Venus. That was really cool. Go watch it.
You know what was the coolest part about that video for me? Where it was like, this is not the first time humans have taken on a project that takes more than one lifetime, comparing it to the pyramids, and I was like, damn, a project that takes on thousands of lifetimes, you know, to complete. What a trip that must be.
Yo, dude, this idea that's literally being passed through time, through humanity, and being built up.
Bro, as long as we don't land on like Neptune and get killed by diamond rain, bro.
Dude.
Diamond, that still honestly blows my mind about Neptune.
Diamond rain, man. The fucking rain is diamond.
Diamond rain. You have got to be joking.
Imagine the
You've
pressure.
got to be joking.
The pressure that is on that planet, man.
Diamond rain, dude. What the hell?
Yo, dude.
The fact that we as humanity discovered that, dude. Thousands upon thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of miles away on a planet. Millions of miles away. There is diamond rain going on that blue ass planet, bro. Diamond
fucking
rain.
Nah, what we have discovered about the world is ridiculous. Like, I cannot stress it enough. The stuff we know about the universe and the small, tiny,
Earth is busy fucking Chad flexing on the rest of the planets, bro.
Look at my fungus, dude. Look at it. Look at it. It's fucking intelligent.
My growth knows more about your growth, bro.
Damn, dude.
Earth is the Giga Chad of the solar system, dude. Of the fucking, in fact, not just the solar system, of the known galaxies so far, dude. We have not found intelligent life.
Bro.
Despite what we know, despite everything that we have seen and have captured and have researched, we have not found other living life as intelligent as us. That really profoundly boggles my mind.
This place is too big. It's just too big, man. How do you remember that we can't actually see onto planets? What we see is millions of years ago, dude. Alpha, the closest so what's the closest solar system to us again?
The Andromeda.
No. That's the.
Isn't something 2x?
No, man, not the fucking galaxy. I mean,
there was another galaxy. There was another galaxy that was close to us. That's eventually going to merge into ours. I'm not sure if it's Andromeda, but there was another one. So we have the Milky Way, which is our galaxy, right? Fucking shitty name for our galaxy. Anyway, our Milky Way is eventually going to clash with another galaxy and merge together. And I forget the name of that galaxy. It's a terrible crime on my side, but I don't know if it was Andromeda.
How dare you not remember these galaxies that will hit our galaxy billions of years from now, dude?
Trillions, dude. Like
you
trillions.
have to be ready, dude, with the information when it happens. Dude, people are gonna laugh at you, man.
You guys saw that Kurzgesagt video about how we will eventually lose contact with other galaxies, right?
Yeah.
We won't ever see them again.
Complete darkness, dude.
Because we're all spreading apart where light can't keep up. Like that's so crazy to me. That
you know this thing that you were always told is the fastest thing in the universe? Oh yeah, the actual universe is expanding faster than this thing that is the theoretical limit of how fast things go.
Can't catch up anymore.
Excuse me? Yeah. What?
Yep.
It can't catch up anymore, and it's insane to me that we are living at a time where we were capable. That's even crazier, that we were capable of actually seeing the Big Bang. Well, not seeing it, but like measuring its existence.
Yeah, we can
like we exist in that time where we were able to measure back to that point where we were like, this happened.
Yeah.
There will come a point where civilizations that exist beyond us will feel so alone because they think that they are the only galaxy supercluster that exists out there. Meanwhile, there were so many more, so many
Infinite.
more that existed at the time that just went too far away for us to even capture it anymore.
So
I'm a little bit on the conspiracy theory side when it comes to believing that we probably already were visited by aliens. I just believe they're keeping us in the dark for the moment. That I genuinely think that at the moment. Just just of the amount of weird shit we've seen already. And like there's a bunch of I know UFO doesn't mean alien, but there's a bunch of UFO information coming from like the actual US military right now, dude. And like it's either human technology, which is fucking terrifying, or it is aliens.
the thing is, do you know what I've always been a firm believer that it is totally possible. The reason is, and it's actually such a simple reason, is that I've never been to I've never even looked at a telescope, bro. Never in my life. I want to really, but I've never in my life. So all the information I have is what has been given to me and what's on the internet. Now, somebody needs to put shit on the internet. As big and vast as the internet is, if you can manage to completely withhold information from getting on the internet, it'll never see the light of day. That's really easy. You can build servers that never connect to the internet. So it's very theoretically possible that it is. I think if it did happen though, it didn't happen recently. And the reason is because I feel like there's too much information, there's too many people on this fucking earth, bro. How, like, somebody will see something. And I refuse to believe that a picture, like, somebody going live on Instagram once and it's over. And everybody would know. And that's where I wonder, like, I think it might have been very possible, but not within the last 30, 40 years.
So you think they stopped?
I don't know if they stopped. I just don't know if it's happened or there's been a reason to.
So like I just believe their technology would so vastly out advance ours, you know, that they wouldn't be that easily caught by primitive handheld devices, you know. Like the way we're capturing them right now is like through satellites or like actually chasing them with like jets. Like in a cell phone,
See,
can't
okay,
exactly.
fair.
Yeah, that's just how I feel about it. Like, I mean, I'm not saying that this is something I base my reality upon, and it's not going to change anything about the way I live my life. But I do believe that the question of like why isn't there aliens? I think there is. I just think we're not ready as a species yet for them. I mean, if we're still at the point where we hate each other, being the same hominoid species. Imagine if a species of 7 arms and like 15 eyes on its forehead like showed up to our planet. How are we going to accept something like that if we can't even accept ourselves at the moment? So yeah, humanity still has some steps to take, dude.
Yeah, and the very interesting thing is, uh, if aliens have gotten here, I will agree with you that we probably wouldn't have figured it out. Like if they could so simply just chill at like Mars's orbit and we would never know. They could chill so much closer, just outside like 500 to 1,000 kilometers, and there's no satellites out there anymore.
So like I believe like genuine alien technology and the ability to space travel is going to rely heavily on shifting of dimensions actually. So they could potentially be right here in this room with us, just in a different dimension, and we wouldn't be able to know it because we won't be able to perceive them.
Interesting. Interesting, because if you could just disable your ability for photons to hit you, then you'd be invisible. Like
Yeah, you move into a dimension where photons don't like interact with your physical being, and then you're just actually invisible.
I'm invisible.
I've mastered the art of standing so
So
perfectly still.
I've become
I
I
become
deflect,
invisible.
I deflect all photons, bro.
you wouldn't even need to deflect them.
Actually, I don't deflect all photons. I let all photons pass through me.
Yeah.
I was about to say, like, some of them get absorbed as well, though. You know that, dude. You can't
No, that
can't
would be
reflect all of them.
so weird, dude. Just black holes in space. Like
It still
literally.
it still boggles my mind that the photon hasn't aged a single bit since the Big Bang.
Light
A
doesn't age.
photon has not aged a single bit since the Big Bang. Do you know why?
No?
Because it travels at the speed of light, and time does not happen beyond the speed of light.
You mean at the speed of light? It would literally be imperceptible.
Yes,
Huh.
it hasn't aged.
Apparently, light and a photon could be seen as a packet of energy as well, or at least the current visualization of it is as a packet.
It's a wave and a particle, my dude, at the same
Yeah.
time.
Yeah,
Because it's moving so damn fast. It's the fastest thing that we've been able to measure. The speed of light.
You know what we're
and
doing right now as
time-
well? Like, we're getting to the point where we have cameras that can kind of start detecting this shit, dude. And that's like, I think the fastest camera right now is something like 2.7 million frames per second.
Yeah, that's quite ridiculous.
Still not as fast as the speed of light, bro.
No.
Not
So the
even
fastest
close,
slow motion
dude.
camera. Oh my goodness. Okay, ultra fast camera takes 1 trillion frames per second of transparent objects and phenomena. A little over a year ago, Caltech's Liang Wang development, the world's fastest camera device, capable of taking 10 trillion pictures per second. It's so fast that it can even capture light traveling in slow motion.
That is the coolest thing. Please tell me this
No,
video.
Yeah,
no,
dude,
no,
this
no,
video,
no.
bro.
Give,
This
give,
fucking
give,
video.
give, give,
No.
Give link.
What do you mean capture? What do you mean capture light traveling in slow motion?
Dude, you
bro?
can see the light travel through the thing that they're capturing, dude. That's the triple
Because remember
part.
What was the measurement of light? It was 10 to the power of what? 27.
No, it's
Where's this?
it's 300. It's 332,000 meters per second.
So, like, here's a video that they made with the 1 trillion frames per second camera.
I have to
And
Google
there's
this.
there's probably going
stupid,
to
so-
it's probably going to be some new information coming out of the 10 trillion per second. But you can literally see that light beam go through that bottle, dude. Skip to like 1 minute, 1 minute 40, 1 minute 50. You
Okay,
can literally
Johan.
see the beam of light, dude.
Of the scene.
Johan.
What?
Such a
Yeah.
camera
Speed-
may be
speed of
useful
light,
in medical imaging,
299,792 kilometers per second.
Oh, it's kilometers per second. Okay.
That's
a lot
almost
of kilometers
300.
in a
That's
second.
almost
in
almost
industrial-
300,000 kilometers per second.
We can in the end go.
Dude, this is so sick.
get
So
what-
what they did is, Chris, did you look at the video?
No.
They turn like a thing that produces photons, so like a flashlight, on and off. Like literally as like within a microsecond of each other. So you just have like this block of photons flying through the liquid, is it water?
One complete movie.
I think they actually added like some
Such
sort
a
of
camera may be
photovoltaic
useful
liquid
in
in that to
medical
slow
imaging,
down the pixels or
in
the photons a little bit.
industrial or scientific use.
Dude, this is so
In
sick.
industrial, get one complete
Yeah.
movie of the scene.
Dude,
Such a camera.
1
Useful in medical
trillion frames in a single second.
I'm not sure I can believe that. You know, it's hard. It's hard.
This
for
is
me
this
to
is
believe that.
MIT, dude. This is like actual MIT footage that we're showing here. This
Is it?
how- yeah,
Massachusetts, it's on there. Dude, I'm sorry. MIT, I don't want to believe that they have any scumminess to them. They're the people that started giving out their entire education for free, man.
Yeah, like MIT has like this is their actual 716,000 subscriber channel. This video has 9.7 million views. I think they would get some flack if they were like fudging the numbers or something.
So,
Damn, dude, this shit's
We're
getting
moving into a
crazy.
weird age, yeah.
Dude, it's like
it's
that.
too weird.
It's like
It's
that
too weird.
video
Stop.
that
Everybody stop. Everybody stop. Everybody calm down, please. Stop. Let's go back to farming. Let's calm down.
No, dude, no. That bit, the movie that they made with atoms, or the picture we've taken of what happens when you split gold atoms.
Dude, that
Bro.
movie that they took with atoms really fucking messed with me, man.
The
Fucking
little
moving,
soccer playing dude.
dude. Literally
It
moving
messed
atoms.
with me. It messed with me too much, bro. I think that's when we started playing God, bro. We were like, we can move the fundamental forces of this universe the way we want.
And it's kind of nice to like watch it as well. It looks like it's floating on this water, actually, dude.
Dude.
It is bizarre. It is so. I don't think we should have this power.
No,
Not
we
just yet.
absolutely should, dude. It is. Dude.
We
there's-
should.
There's,
We should, Johan.
There's no way to learn without fucking up. I'm sorry, there isn't. You need to study what actually happens in reality. As much as our imagination's great, you need to test actual reality to see what works and doesn't. And for that
Making
reason,
mistakes.
you have to make the mistake, man. We made the mistake at Chernobyl. We have not done so yet. Actually, we did again Fukushima. But after Fukushima,
But that was
Fukushima was handled.
flooding.
Yeah, I know, but Fukushima was handled way better than
Yes, you did.
Chernobyl, dude.
You
Fuck-
boys watched the Chernobyl series,
No,
right?
I didn't.
Yes.
Dude, you would love it, man. Like
It's
looking
brutal.
into the stuff that happened, like you just see the reason shit went as bad as it did was
Ego.
because people did, yeah, literally ego. People didn't want to admit they fucked up, and then
Ego.
yes, you dude.
Dude, did you know that there's
All right,
still...
listen, guys. I'm gonna have to go.
Do
Yeah.
you, wait, before
Yeah.
you leave. Do you know about the proportion of radioactive material that's currently just sitting on a huge layer of concrete underneath
The elephant's foot.
yeah, that literally will burn through anything it touches, and it's plasma. You cannot get it off. It will burn forever.
They had to take photos of that thing through a mirror because if you were to turn the corner and try and take a photo of that thing, it'll melt your camera and you.
Yeah. There's a picture of a guy near the elephant's foot, like an actual guy, and half of the film is just like broken away from where the radiation had irradiated the film
Because
As
he
it was
probably
taking-
died.
as he was opening the film, the like capture. So in that brief moment of going to take the picture, it dissolved half of the.
Crazy part about that whole situation was like people's clothing got so irradiated that they literally had to put it in a room and close the room forever. Like, don't go into that room again.
Because of the clothing.
Clothing, dude.
Yeah, no.
It,
That's
it,
what,
it comes, to show,
radiation,
it comes
yo.
to show that it's surprising how biomass is far more resistant than typical mass, you know. You as a human being are more resistant to radioactivity than, say, a stone, you know.
in like what sense? Because if you get exposed to radiation, you're gonna fucking die, and all your cells are gonna like change.
Yeah,
and-
absolutely. You will die, but you're able to adapt. The stone isn't.
The stone just
You're-
doesn't
you're-
give a fuck. It's now just
You're able.
irradiated.
Well, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Fuck it. This is a topic for another time. I need to go.
Cheers, Chris.
Bounce this as quickly as possible, dude. Thank you so much for your presence, man. You were
Love you
so
guys.
loved and
Love
appreciated.
you guys so much. Another good podcast for this one, bro.
Yeah.
Peace out to all the peeps out there. Love and light, bro.
Cheers, Chris.
Love and light. See you guys next week. Adios.
Love it, my dude. Cheers, man. Thank you. Oh,
So, do we want to continue, or do we want to call it?
I think we did an hour anyway, didn't we?
We did an hour and 5 minutes, so let's call it.
Sounds stonks to me, dude. Thank you so much as well, Johan.
Dude, thank
Like,
you so
man,
much, Estienne.
We went into some deep topics again today, and like again, we just kind of went right for the throat, dude. Didn't even take a second.
Nah, dude, you can't. You just gotta dive, and then when you eventually take that breath again, you're like, oh my god, okay, wait. Take the breath. Let's wait. Let's hold on a bit, and then you take like a week and you dive right back in.
This is the way, man. Thank you so much for being in the journey with me, dude.
Thank you to you too, Estienne. I love you very much, man. Enjoy your night.
I love you too, Johan. Have a good one.
Bye.
Cheers.